Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming a first impression and review video on this foundation right here. I'm not sure if this is a new foundation or it's old. I've got no idea. I think it might be an Australian brand. So this is the Makeup Design Mud Flawless Finish Foundation and it's in the color 003 Cream Beige. I do have another color here in 004 New Tan, but I did try it out and it looked a little bit dark after it did oxidize. So we're going to be using this one today. I have already primed one half of my face, so I've primed this side. I've used my NYX Pore Filler Primer and a little bit of my L'Oreal Lumi Magic Primer because I am filming a New Year's Eve makeup tutorial today. If you're wondering why my eyes are so dark and glittery, I still need to put lashes on, but I thought I would just get to the foundation first. If you are new to my channel, my skin type is combination oily, so I do get an oily T-zone, but everywhere else is pretty normal, to be honest. So we'll just see how this lasts on my nose and stuff, because usually right here gets quite oily. I'm going to use my damp beauty blender to apply this foundation. I'm really curious to see how it goes. I'm just kind of shaking it because it looked a little bit watery before. I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. So it might look a little bit light at the start, but I did put it on my skin before and I let it sit there and it started to get darker as it sat like on my skin. So we'll start with this. If it is too light, we can go in with the other one. It does have a slight fragrance. It's nothing too strong. It smells a little bit sweet, like it doesn't smell bad at all. It kind of smells like cheap makeup, to be honest, like, you know, makeup you'd buy at the dollar store. So it looks like the coverage is quite medium to light. I wouldn't say it's full coverage. So I will need to conceal probs. And you can see it is getting darker on my skin as it sits there. I've never heard of this brand before, so let me know if maybe you guys have used their stuff. I just got it sent in like kind of a PR package to try out and I was like, oh yeah, I'll try this out. I've got no idea where the brand is from, if it's Australian, if it's from somewhere else, but let me know. I think the brand is called Mud, pretty much. It's quite thin and it feels really light on the skin. It definitely does oxidize quite quickly, so please keep that in mind when you're choosing your color, that it does get darker. I feel like I'm going through a lot of foundation because I feel like it's just disappearing once I put it on my face. It almost feels like a BB cream. It's really hard to describe. Okay, so I've got the foundation on. This is what it looks like. The color match looks pretty much perfect to my fake tan, which I'm really happy with. From when I first put it on, it did look really, really light and then it did dry down much darker. So please keep that in mind if you are purchasing this or putting it on your skin. It is going to go a little bit darker. The finish of the foundation is quite matte as well. It's even matte to touch. It doesn't really feel tacky. I will still set it with a powder just because I do have combination skin and I want the foundation to last as long as possible. Overall, the foundation does look really smooth. It's a really good medium coverage. I wouldn't say it's a full, but you can definitely build it up to a medium and even keep it at a light if that is your preference. I can tell on the side I didn't prime that my pores look a little bit accentuated from the foundation. On this side it does look much smoother, so I think a pore filler primer would be a good choice. Anyway, I'm going to go finish off my makeup and then I'll come back in a few hours and update you guys. Okay guys, so I'm back. It's currently 5:30 p.m. at the moment. I forgot to tell you what time I checked in. It was about 12 p.m, which was a little bit later than what I usually do my first impression and review videos, but I'm still going to wear this probably until very late tonight, so at least 9 p.m. So to be honest, the foundation hasn't really gone oily at all and it hasn't changed too much from when I put it on. Like I said before, the foundation did oxidize, so please keep that in mind. It went probably a whole shade to 2 shades darker than when I put it on my skin. So just keep that in mind. I have taken photos with this camera with flash and it honestly looks pretty good, but I'm going to take another picture on my other camera to see what that looks like and I will insert the pictures somewhere throughout this video so you can see what it looks like. I think the biggest thing I'm impressed with is how matte the foundation is. Like, it just really hasn't gone oily anywhere. I know it's only been about 5.5 hours, but my foundations can melt off pretty quickly and it's currently 30 degrees here, which is pretty hot. So I've been sweating, especially in this room. I'm sweating so bad. I've got the cooler on. So I think the foundation is holding up quite well in this very hot weather. The foundation is still looking really, really flawless. It's so smooth. I feel like it hasn't really caked up in any areas except for this part right here. I will zoom you guys in. So here's a close-up of the foundation. It does look quite smooth. Sorry, it's kind of shadowy on this side, and this is like the bad side of my nose, but I feel like my pores are a little bit more accentuated around here than this side. I definitely feel like the primer did help. So if you are using this foundation, I would highly recommend using a pore filling primer. I just felt like it really smoothed out this area. If not, I feel like it can kind of grab your pores just because it kind of is a matte foundation. It has creased a little bit around here. Nothing too bad at the moment. Yeah, but anyway, that's all I have to say about the foundation at the moment. Pretty impressed with it. I did look up the price. You can get this from Woolies, which is a supermarket here in Australia, and it only retails for $5.50, which is extremely cheap. So I'm extremely impressed with the quality of this foundation so far for the price. I just think if you want to try it out, you're not going to really waste too much money, so you can get that probably at any supermarket, but I did find it on the Woolies website. Well, anyway, I'm going to go about my afternoon and night, and I'll come back around 8-9 p.m. and let you know how it's going. Okay, so I'm back. It's currently just past 9 p.m. at the moment, and what can I tell you about the foundation? Not too much, to be honest. Honestly, it hasn't really changed. It has gone a little bit oily around my nose, and it does transfer a little bit, but there's not really any big changes to the foundation. I'm honestly really happy with it. I cannot believe this foundation was like $5.50. It's an extremely affordable foundation for how well it's held up. Sometimes you just don't expect really affordable, cheap products to work, but this has really worked, and I really like this foundation. If you do have oily combination skin, I feel like this foundation would be better for you. If you do have dry skin, I'm not sure how this is going to work on your skin because it was a little bit dry. It was quite matte. I feel like definitely it can maybe cling to some dry areas. I feel like maybe it did cling a little bit down here where I've got some breakouts, but it's nothing too bad. It did crease a little bit around my mouth. Don't mind how cakey it is around my lips. I was doing lip swatches and I had to reapply my foundation, so I feel like it's a little bit cakey around here now, but it wasn't like that before. It does feel a little bit cakey around my nose, a little bit oily, but as you can see, it's nothing too bad. It did crease a little bit around there. I can't see anywhere saying this foundation does contain SPF in it. If it does, let me know, but I've looked pretty much everywhere and I can't see that it contains it. Anyway, guys, I don't think I've really got too much else to say. The foundation held up well. It did oxidize a bit, but I can't really complain about it. It's lasted quite well on my skin. It hasn't gone extremely oily. It did transfer a little bit around here. There's a little bit of patchiness, but that's probably from me doing this at the moment. Please let me know what other foundations you would like me to review or try out, and I'll definitely try them out for you. I'll have all my social networks linked down below, so Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat and Instagram will be linked down below, and I'll see you guys really soon in my next video. Bye! Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a fun pink